Welcome to the final episode of our cross-country adventure. We're starting off here on our longest driving day of the trip, from Denver to Chicago. We are 4.5 hours in. Yep, little less than 7 hours to go. Wish us luck. We stayed on the outskirts of Chicago after our long drive and headed into the city the next day. On our way to Chicago! Chicago is my favorite city in the country, so I'm super excited to show you a few of my favorite things to do while here. I'd always wanted to stay at the London House right on Wacker Drive in the river. I mean, check out this view. We had limited time in the city and I knew exactly how I wanted to spend it. A stop by Millennium Park and the Bean. Giordano's for my favorite deep dish pizza. I mean, the look on Chris's face says it all. Let's rewind that. Post pizza, we headed down Michigan Ave for the prime people watching. We walked all the way through the crowded concrete beach to my favorite lookout in all of the city. Like what? Check out the view from here. We needed a little boost for our walk back, so we grabbed some fresh lemonades in the park. Next up was our big Chicago adventure and my top activity to do here, the Boat Cruise Architecture Tour by Shoreline Sightseeing. I seriously cannot recommend this tour enough. Seeing the city's famous architecture by boat is the way to go, and their guides are super informative. You learn a ton about Chicago's history, and not in a boring way. They make it funny, and it's just amazing. I love it. If you're an architecture buff like me, you will seriously love this. And even if not, who doesn't love a boat ride through a city? After a fun-filled 24 hours, it was time to leave my favorite city and take off for our next leg. Just over 5 hours and a quick pit stop in Cleveland for a walk, stretch, and a stop by 27 Club Coffee before 3 more hours to Niagara Falls. After around 8 hours of driving on the day, we got into Niagara just before sunset. We'd planned to do a boat ride into the falls the next morning, but the weather was rough and we were tired, so I'm super glad we made the most of our time here the night we got in. You really have to see the falls in person to understand their magnitude. Bucket list spot for sure. We have 8.5 hours to get to Portland, and then I have almost 2 more hours to get home from there. So wish us luck. Final stretch. It's been amazing, but we're very tired and ready to get home. Feel great?
Yeah, feel great.
Welcome to Portland. Oh. We made it. This is where we leave each other.
It's been fun.
It's just been real.
It's been a long week, but it's been fun.
We made it. We're home. Hey, real quick, what was your favorite part?
Probably the Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Coolest.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to think on mine.
Yeah, okay.
So I made it home and immediately went to get a lobster roll from Claw's in Rockland. If you're ever in the area, trust me and go there. Went to one of my favorite lookouts to enjoy it and let it all sink in that I finally made it back home. Okay, so after 7 days on the road, 6 hotels, going through 14 states, spending about $500 in gas with 15 gas stops, and getting in just one little tiny car accident. Nobody was hurt, just a little scuff on both cars, and I'm here in Maine. It was a trek. I look like this right now because I am pretty sick with a bad cold. I think it was just from all the stops along the way, being around way more people and germs than I have been around in a long time. I was trying to not wear a mask if I didn't have to, just to let myself get some fresh air. Heading out on another exciting trip soon, but as I unwind from this one, it was truly an amazing experience. Thank you to Chris for coming along with me. I couldn't have done it without him. Happy to have my boy back, but we made so many great memories along the way. I think I'd have to say my favorite part was the first night, the sunset in the Grand Canyon. It was absolutely gorgeous lighting and just picked up all the different colors of the canyon. I was just totally in awe. It was my first time visiting the national park and it was absolutely beautiful. I also loved being in Chicago for a day on the 4th of July. That's my favorite city in the country, so that was a major highlight, and finally getting to do the Delicate Arch hike as well. Seeing that up close and personal was amazing. Every stop though was beautiful. Loved the experience. I can now say that I've driven coast to coast from California to Maine, and now I'm back in Maine for a while. Not really sure what's next for me, but that's the exciting part, right? The journey continues. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this and hope it will give you some insight for when you plan a cross-country trip someday.